You can take off at any moment. Any moment. You can take off, let go, let loose, and experience whatever you want to experience. But in this conversation, it's immense levels of joy, happiness, completion. Happiness buzzword, but hey, Limbic. Happiness buzzword, but call it whatever you want. You can experience that. Just take off, let go, let those sandbags go, you know? And you'll realize often the only reason we hold ourselves down truly are and wish to experience is the reasons, but it usually has something to do with I need to fit in, I need to please other people, I can't stand out too much otherwise. Whenever you catch yourself, guys, as we continue to connect, it would be great if I could transmit that connect. It would be great if I could transmit that connect. It would be great if I could transmit that because of or thus or so. Whenever you add that kind of blocker, just recognize that, guys, you can just let go, just let loose. You know, sometimes when often when I'm walking like this, you can see it in the eyes. It's always in the eyes of how we just construct these bubbles of assumptions and thoughts and concepts and realities that ultimately constrict our energy, make us feel like a small little cog in this huge machine. But guys, what I'm saying is you are the universe. Let go of everything. You will find that everything you seek, it's right here, right now, baby. It's right here, right now. Everyone join the stream. Welcome. My name is Scott Young. I make the music you want to hear. Guys, we got the debut album. My debut album coming out this October. We just dropped the podcast 2 days ago. Stay tuned, my friends. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, I'm all over the place. But what matters right now, my friends, is letting you know that any moment, you could just take those sandbags and whew, let that flame take you to the highest heights. Because no one cares what you do. Everyone's too busy thinking about what are other people going to think of me if I do this. Everyone's thinking the same thing. So you can just leave this entire game and just focus on what you want to do. Focus on what brings you joy, happiness, life. You know, I walk these cities and I see all the people just judging the others with their eyes, and ultimately it's just judging themselves. And guys, don't ever judge yourself. Just live, just be free. Yeah, I know kind of where you need to do the self-work and everything, but ultimately free up that constricted energy and just live. Just live the life you want to live, because what a gift life is. What a gift it is just to be here in this moment. And there's nothing else to say other than that. We live this life of feeling like we need to please others, fit in. For what? Because fitting in has never brought you any true completion, any true happiness. We all know this deep down. But if we believe it long enough, then we all start to live in this constricted society complex of, oh, we all need to fit in this box, because if we see a round peg in a square setup, then something's wrong, something's off. I'm walking in the middle of the street. Doesn't matter, guys. Doesn't matter. None of this matters. All that matters is your alignment, that feeling within yourself. And if I can transmit 1% of that to you, then my goal, my job is done. My name is Scott Young. I make the music you want to hear. Everyone joining, welcome. Love yourself. Hibiscus LaCroix, hey. Guys, I can't wait to share this album with you. Everything I'm talking about all the time, whenever I come on stream, whenever you hear something from me, my album, I Speak Your Language, it's all about this, my friends. It's all about this. And I know in my heart, you've never heard anything like it before, and it's gonna shock you like jumping into an ice bath, but in a pleasing, joyful sense. So, but any moment you can let go. That's really the point of this mini transmission right now. Any point you can let go. Why spend your time just buying things? Hey, you can buy things. You can buy things. Don't get me wrong. Right? Nothing is nothing wrong with that. However, just know that that new phone, that new car, that new watch, that new shiny boyfriend, girlfriend on your arm, it's not going to change that splinter within your mind, as Morpheus says, that something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. The flip side of that is life, guys. Life is magical. If you've ever had the sense that there's more to life than this, is this all there is? If you've ever had that sense, is this all there is? There's got to be more than this. When I was a kid, I felt so alive, so free. Is this all there is? If you've ever felt that, you can type a 1, type a yes I have. And if you've ever felt it, you're right on target, my friends, because there is more to life. And a big part of that is letting go of these sandbags of responsibility, that I have to do X, Y, Z, that I have to take care of A, B, C. If you don't create a need, you don't create the need for a solution. These busy streets, my friends, these busy streets. I kind of feel like crossing, so we're gonna cross. Thanks for all those likes, guys. Wow, thanks for all those likes. Appreciate it so much. If you guys have any questions or comments that are relevant, feel free to drop them in the chat. But I thought it'd be fun to jump on and just share this, you know, I mean, why do we limit ourselves? You could say it's conditioning, but you can't blame the conditioning, because at some level we chose that by free will. Ultimately, you are the creator of your reality. No one can take that away from you. Only you can take it away from yourself. And in doing so, you're still the creator of your reality. Wild, right? But amazing. Just amazing. Just amazing. So, prioritize your own liberation. Put on your own mask first before you put on the mask of others, correct? But in this game, you don't even have to put on other people's masks. You just put on your mask, and by osmosis, in a way, others will find their masks as well. There's more to life, guys. There's more to life. Wow. That's what we're dealing with. No issues with that. However, it's just perhaps there's an expedited path out of here. We kind of ran into this before, did we not? You can be the shining light inside of the perceived darkness that you might encounter in your day-to-day life, or in sort of dense locations, dense environments. You can kind of walk in, and depending on where your frequency's at, where your vibration's at, you can kind of feel that denseness, and not a denseness in terms of the amount of consciousness there. I'm talking about denseness in terms of the slowness of the consciousness available. But you can be that light, guys. You can be that shining beacon if you so choose to. With courage, you can just shine. And yeah, you're gonna piss some people off unintentionally, but you know, when you bring harmony to a disharmonious place, it causes disruption. It causes apparent chaos when harmony enters a disharmonious place. But to do so, my friends, to do so is really to take on that mantle, take on that duty, that honor that we all feel. And it takes courage because, yeah, you might lose some friends, you might lose some family even, but you'll attract new ones. And more importantly, you will develop this pristine confidence within yourself that cannot be shooken. Cannot be shook. It's like, ask yourself the question: if you were tasked with running a gangster family right now, right? A gangster crew, would you, with your state of being, with your confidence, be able to take on that mantle and crush it? Because from the clear state, you always know what to do. There are no maybes. Maybe, how, can I, those are all completely annihilated from your vocabulary. And you will just bloom into that gangster boss that you've always been. This is just one example, one access point, but I mention it because it's like, to be a gangster boss, you gotta be just on point. You gotta kind of not give any credit to your emotions, because they don't mean jack. All they are guidance. You gotta know what's right, know what to prioritize, and live with that honor, that integrity. Obviously, when I use this example, I shouldn't even need to qualify this, but I'm not saying do anything, you know, not cool in terms of the physical sense, but in terms of just that mentality, that state of being. Could you run a gangster family if you had to? And when you know that you could, you'll start to feel that power. You'll be taller than all these buildings in your soul, in your heart. And that's what really matters. The entire universe is within you, my friends. Obviously. Perhaps not obviously. So, let those sandbags go, my friends. Find your gangster self. Find your God, goddess. You are God. You are goddess. Just be that. And instead of just do it, which is a common slogan, as we've mentioned, at a certain point, it just becomes must do it. There's no other choice. Because to live a life of purity, integrity, honor, which is not what everyone wants, however, I think you all have some lifeline to it. We all do, but perhaps you're picking up on it right now, is you must do it. There's no other choice. And that, it just makes everything incredibly simple, because how much of life is like, oh, what should I do next? Should I pick this option or that option? Should I allow this sandbag to weigh me down or that sandbag to weigh me down? But guys, what I'm saying is when you just decide that this is how I'm gonna live, and I don't care about the response from the world, I I don't care about what people think of me, then you don't really, life just becomes super simple. You don't have to think, you just channel state. And people ask this question a lot, how do I stop caring about what people think about me? Guys, it's like, there's so many ways into this, however, it's like, you never derive any satisfaction from people thinking well of you, so that's one thing. So the flip side is people thinking ill of you, it's just their own projections in their own. So the flip side is people thinking ill of you, it's just their own projections in their own mind. It's another way to perceive it. It never actually affects their lives. It only affects your own life, right? And that state of judgment, that state of criticizing in our own private minds. That's why I often say, it's just our minds can be these beautiful reservoirs, but if we're even silently home in silence with these, you could say, impure, just dirty thoughts around, like F that guy, or like F that girl, or this, that, my boss, like, it's not how you want to live, because ultimately it's all boom, just reflected back to you in your own life. It doesn't actually affect that person. So that's one way to let go of what other people are thinking, and also just to realize the fact that everyone else is way too busy thinking about what you're thinking about them. So I'll valve, because really no one cares what you do, because they're all too focused on what they're watching on Netflix tonight, and focused on being worried about what you think about them. Everyone joining, I haven't been checking the comments because I've just been walking, but love you, thank you, Buzz. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Thanks for all those likes. I appreciate it. My name is Scott Young. I make the music you want to hear. And we got the album coming out, guys. We got the album coming out. It's October. Less than a month. Bah, bah, bah. Stay tuned. I got lots of updates. You can catch all the updates on the Instagram, the TikTok, the YouTube, all that stuff. And it's gonna be fantastic, because this vibration, this frequency, I feel like it'd be great to see more of it in the world, you know? But we're not gonna wait on that. We're just gonna create it together. We're gonna create it together. Sad Flame Princess, long time no see. I know you're doing well. Sad Flame Princess. Norma, thank you for the likes. Limbic, as always. Guys, when you're shining, you're gonna draw eyes in the matrix, whether it's of love, of hate, but ultimately it's all of love, because there's only one. Even darkness is made of the light. Even the devil is made from God. It's a beautiful challenge to us in our own minds to allow us to ascend. Hey, Norma. Sad Flame, what kind of music are you making? Lyric or instrumental? You'll have to stay tuned, but you'll see in less than a month. But I know you guys are gonna love it. It's unlike anything you've ever heard. And so much of the, let's talk about music for a little bit. I love talking about music. I actually don't speak about it too much, but because I think it's pretty implied with everything else I say. But so much of my experience, like what is felt when listening to the song, is very much around, like, what was the energy that whoever wrote it or produced it, where were they coming from when they were writing that, you know? And what was the energy that whoever wrote it or produced it, where were they coming from when they were writing that, you know? And I don't know, which is supposed to just mean popular, it just feels, I don't know, like it lacks soul. Maybe because it's sold out, I don't know. Because if you're writing it from the state of like, oh man, I can't wait to catch flames and become a big hit and a huge pop star, or I can't wait till I'm on all the Instagram shorts or YouTube shorts or Instagram reels, whatever, and just blowing up. It's like, I don't know, the keen listener can feel that. Even the unkeen listener can feel that in the song, in the energy. And on top of that, so many lyrics nowadays, I mean, maybe for the last 200-300 years, have just been like, oh, I miss you, come back to me, I'm so sad that you're gone, I'm so happy that you're here, da 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 da. But it's like, guys, that's totally not where the happiness is. So we're just perpetuating this meme of, and meme not in terms of like a funny picture, meme in terms of an idea complex that's spread throughout, you know, society, human people, just like the gene. The gene spreads, the meme is the idea equivalent of that. With writing songs or media or entertainment that are always about, oh, I can't wait to get in this relationship, or I'm so sad I'm out of this relationship, now I got my money, now I'm balling, all this stuff. Hey, nothing wrong with that, no judgment. But what I'm saying is aren't we tired of that? Because the vibe, the frequency that all that stuff comes from is very much from a lacking state. Placing our happiness external to us, which is what you guys know I talk about literally 24/7. So I think it's time for a change. I know it's time for a change. And I'm here to bring that to you on this album. The album is titled I Speak Your Language because I believe everyone feels deep down what we're expressing here. Whether they accept/admit it or not, that's a different story. But we're all seeking for the creator. We're all seeking for light. We're all seeking to go upward, inward, and just find that power within ourselves. So I can't wait to share with y'all. Norma, thanks for those likes, everyone. Appreciate you, love you. But what's more important than anything I'm doing, guys, is just love yourself, stay tuned to what's really true for me. You always know deep down, we always know. I think 98+% of the time, 99% of the time, we always know deep down, what do I really want to be? And it's much closer to that feeling when you were a child of, I want to be a bird, I want to be a superhero, I want to be an astronaut. I just want to be free space. It's much closer to that than, oh, I can't wait to be the best dentist in my county. Nothing wrong with dentists, by the way. Love dentists, you know, they take care of our teeth, etc. But you know what I mean. It's just that, guys, it's just that. So stay tuned. We're here to the revolution. It's back again, but in a new state, in a new way, in a new time. Everything we've done prior to this has just been laying the groundwork, laying the foundation for what's to come. And I can't wait to share it with you. But big takeaways from this, guys, is let those sandbags go. Those sandbags that hold you down, that you feel like you need to please someone else, or you feel like I have all these responsibilities. You have no responsibilities. You're free consciousness. All you have to do, if you have any responsibility, is really just to be your true self. That's all you gotta do. And in that process, you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna meet a lot of your stuff. But isn't that beautiful? Consider you want life to just be challenging and fun and exhilarating, and everything is like, for a lot of people, I feel like tuning into the feelings we had when we were kids can be very, you know, help us tune into that. It's like when you were a kid, you were so excited to go swimming with all your friends. You weren't thinking about, oh, am I gonna drown? No, you're just like, Mom, Dad, slap the sunscreen on me. Oh, let's just get to the pool. You know, it's that same energy in terms of like, just do it, just go there, guys, just take off. Because the only thing that's holding you back is your own thoughts around what you think you have to be, what you think you gotta conform to. You don't wanna piss people off, you don't wanna make them uncomfortable. When you get to a certain level, guys, none of that's relevant anymore. Just take off. Just take off. Tanya, hey. Love talking to you all. Love just sharing whatever's relevant at the moment. If you guys have any comments, questions, complaints, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Put it on my tab, nah, better up. I got the key to every lock, yeah, call it love. break it all down now, now, like a fly. Angels on your shoulders when you're reaching for horizons. Only angels on your shoulders when you're reaching for horizons, guys. How often do we hear the, like, an angel on one shoulder, devil on the other? Guys, when you're tuned into this frequency. And Tanya, Norma, thank you so much, Norma. Appreciate it. And if you guys like this talk, we just dropped our first episode of our podcast a couple days ago, so you can go check that out. The link is in my bio, but it's on YouTube and Spotify. You know, we often hear this term of like, oh, I got an angel on one shoulder, a devil on the other. Guys, when you're reaching for horizons, when you're reaching for your true self and just continuing to embody that and just living it, you got angels on both shoulders. And the devil sits under your foot. Because the devil's created by God. There's only one. And yeah, that stuff's gonna come up. You're gonna meet yourself. You're gonna meet your ego, quote unquote. But you see it where it is, and you got the angels on both shoulders. That's how we roll here. That's how you fly. That's how you teleport. That's how you experience the miracles and the magic and everything we discuss. Just by believing in yourself, guys. Bump it up. Bump up that self-belief. Bump up that self-belief. The world needs a healthy dose of it, but it starts with ourselves. Change yourself, change the world. And this is empirically the case as well, you could say, because there's only your own perspective and your own world. We're all living kind of in this, vacuum, you could say, of our own consciousness. So if everyone were to do that, everyone's mirror would change. And if everyone's mirror would change, then the collective consciousness, then the collective circumstance changes. Guys, I was gonna wind the stream down, but just walking. There's this nice track. I think I'm just gonna walk on it with you guys. Do a couple laps. We can discuss, we can talk about it. Just a lovely reminder, my friends, always to trust yourself, believe in yourself. And I think we all have our own sticking points. Maybe we can believe in ourselves. Oh, I believe I can pass this test. I believe I can get a good score on this MCAT because I studied. Yeah, that's definitely a start. What I'm talking about is believe that you're already free. Believe that you're already complete. Believe that you can change the world. Consider for a fact that you could be the one to change the entire world. Not necessarily to save the world or make it a better place. Those will be outputs. Those will be byproducts of you radiating your true self. But when you consider the fact that you could be the one, not with ego, but as just a fun exercise, a fun play to really, truly realize your power, you're gonna realize, whoa, I can. And when you realize that, you get new visions, you get new inspiration, you get new powers, new superpowers. And how great is that? You could say from a perspective that the world could use some of that light, but it's really not even about what the world needs or wants. It's just about you being you, and everything else just flows from that. It's sometimes difficult to put into words, but it's more so the frequency of it. Guys, I'm gonna hydrate a bit. Hansapit. Love yourself. Yes, you. Love yourself. Be yourself. Believe in yourself. That's all there is, guys. That's all there is. Yes, you. Believe in yourself. So, it's quite simple. Simple doesn't mean easy, right? But simplicity is the key. And yes, the difficulty level decreases and it becomes easier over time as you just keep going, keep believing. Here's the thing. I've discussed this before and I think I'll do a podcast on it pretty soon. Sad Flame, good to see you. I recall we had such good conversations and realizations. So everyone joining the stream who's been here before and who's new to the family as well, I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Guys, you know how they say the sky is the limit? No. The sky is the floor, guys. The sky is the floor. The sky is a limit for a normal human being, but when you start to really tune into who you really are, everything we're talking about here seems like I'm just blabbing, but I'm not. You'll realize the sky is just the bottom. You're infinite. And the mind cannot even perceive what infinite means. But it's definitely bigger than what we got right now. Potentially. So I've talked about this before. I'll probably discuss it at some point again, maybe on a podcast, but see if you can tune into this, see if you can feel it. And this is great, by the way. Loving the energy right now. Which is, when I say believe in yourself, yes, definitely. I'm gonna break down four things for you. So you guys all know the greater sign, less than signs, right? In arithmetic, like 1 is greater than or less than 2, and 2 is right less than 3. You know, like this and this. So when people say I hope, like I hope you're doing well, or like I hope I can get into that med school, that dental school. I hope that people like my music. I really challenge you guys, and I know sometimes we're just kind of talking, but our language is very important in terms of how we think in our minds. Language is just kind of the outward manifestation of that. When we're speaking, when we're typing and texting, is like hope is just like a weak ass vibration. I gotta say, think about that. It's kind of like got this subtle of like, I don't really know, but I'm gonna hope it. I mean, it's better than doubt. Definitely don't get me wrong, but we're not even playing with those topics and frequencies up here. So like think about this, like hope and then bracket sign is less than, like in arithmetic, is less than belief. I believe you're doing well. Much more powerful way to speak, much more powerful way to be. I believe that this launch is going to go amazing. I believe you all are going to love my album. And Rebecca, I love that and everyone following, I'm not catching every single name, but welcome. I love you. And my name is Scott Young. I make the music you want to hear. Okay. And Rebecca is alluding to something powerful, but we're going to get there in a second, which is belief is such much more of a powerful vibration than hope. Like, just believe in yourself, right? Belief kind of is just it's rooted in your being. It's like whatever you believe to be true will manifest itself, indeed. But let's say we're talking about the nature of reality, the nature of you. When I say all this stuff that you are so powerful, you're complete, you're already everything, right? You could believe that. What's less than that is like you could hope that. You could believe it, right? And sometimes, or if not all the time, then it's bracket greater than sign. What's greater than belief? It is faith. It's just faith. Faith is kind of like this vibration of, and once again, guys, I'm just speaking in words, but the words are just an abstraction. It's not the actual thing. See if you can tune into the feeling of it. Faith is like, I don't need to know how or when or what or why, but I know, in a sense. I have faith that this is the case. Faith is loyalty to the unseen reality. You cannot see it with your eyes. You cannot touch it with your fingers or smell it with your nose. The senses cannot feel it. But faith is that unseen reality. That unseen reality that you just kind of got this like, it's just so powerful. It's like that mountain within you. It's like that rock within you. That can never be shook. So it's like goes hope, belief, faith. Nice. Faith is honestly all you need. You know, I often say believe in yourself. You could also have faith in yourself. And I understand that word kind of triggers some people, similar to the word God, but it's all just words, guys. If you're getting triggered by words, there's potentially something else to look at there. But you can use whatever, words that really allow you to tune in. But faith, guys, faith in yourself, faith that you're going to figure it out, faith that everything is already done and complete, creation is finished. You are already everything you desire to be. That's why I say you don't have to know how is that the case. I've never experientially felt it, but just have faith. And the funny thing is when you have that faith, you'll start to experientially recognize it because you cannot perceive what you are not the vibration of. God works on a need-to-know basis. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't have faith in yourself, you have no need to know how you could get it done. You have no need to know what. You have no need to know that, wow, like this is all real. Okay, so cool. Hope, belief, faith. Lovely. Faith, if you can just be in faith or even belief all the time, transcend hope, just be in belief / faith, and we oscillate up and down, peaks and valleys, we've talked about that. If you can just be in that vibration of faith 24/7, your life is done. In terms of like, you don't need to do anything else, just whatever comes will come naturally, whatever flows will flow naturally. You're going to do stuff, you're going to talk to people, meet people, create things, but everything will just boom, be right there for you perfectly. Manifestation, synchronicity, 24/7. Okay, but what's a little more, the next level beyond faith? So it's hope is less than belief, which is less than faith. After faith, guys, is just knowing. Knowing. You could also call it conviction. Because when you know things to be true, it goes beyond faith. Because faith is kind of like, I don't know how, but I'm going to have faith. Very powerful frequency. Quite powerful. But beyond that, it's just knowing. And often what I tell you guys all the time, like all of this stuff, is really just to, you could transmit any of those higher three levels, belief, faith, or knowing, but I'm just saying, this is the nature of reality. You are already everything you desire to be. You're whole, complete. You are unconditional love. Everything is within you. All this stuff, it's just how it is. It's like, if I asked you, hey, can you go walk across the room and pick up that glass of water? You don't think like, oh, I believe I can do that. Or I have faith I can do that. I can get it done. No, you can get up and walk across the room and just go do it. It's not a problem. It's a simple example, but it's the same concept, which is, guys, when you just know that it's all good and you're gonna shine, you're gonna radiate, you're gonna be the light, your dream is manifest, it is done, you just have to step into that frequency of knowing. Conviction, faith is great too. Then knowing is a different ball game, guys. It's a completely different ball game. Okay? I trust that will come across and land wherever it needs to land, but I just want to share that because it felt relevant. Because we're talking about believe in yourself, believe in yourself, yes. And also have faith in yourself. And also just know that you are it. You are God. You are Goddess. You are the creator. That's why it is helpful sometimes to be tuned into, whether it's people you listen to who can transmit this frequency, because we all know this deep down. Some part of our souls knows this. Capital K knows, has conviction in this, but a big part of this third density incarnations, we just forgot. We forgot. We're veiled. That's why we came to Earth. So much of this is just remembrance of this knowledge. It's like, oh, I kind of forgot the quadratic equation. Oh, But I remembered because I learned that before. But this kind of stuff is not even that you learned it before. It's baked into yourself. It's baked into your soul. So I'm telling you, with all the authority that TikTok is going to give me right now, that it's already done, guys. Just know that. Know that. Bake it in. Just, boom, done. Very powerful frequency. And if you can move and think and believe and act in all of those ways with that knowledge that I'm Gucci, I'm done. Like, my destiny, I take it on and it's set, and I'm gonna bloom exactly how it needs to bloom. That is very powerful. Solid flame, for real. Knowing is feeling, which creates manifestation. I've had countless experiences. Feeling is an inner conviction. Yes, feeling is the secret. Rebecca, thank you. Needed to hear this today after work? Of course. Guys, don't let your Fridays be any different from your Mondays. Just let them all be beautiful days in the chapter of your life where you're gonna remember everything that we've been discussing, and you will see the effects. You will see the effects. And if some parts of your reality, quote unquote, your circumstances are still kind of reflecting the old you, just remember that it's only an echo. It's only an echo from the old state of being to remind you and to test you. Are you really ready for this challenge that you said you signed up for? It's not even a challenge, it's more so just the next elevation. You know, if you want to join the Olympic squad, you're not going to do the same drills you were doing in college, so to speak. So you might see some of the remnants of your old reality reflected in the people, the circumstances, the relationships. But they're just echoes, guys. The echoes are just a test to see, are you really ready for this? Are you going to respond from the old state of being? I hope you're doing okay. I hope it all works out. No, guys. Or are you going to respond from the new state of being, despite your circumstances still looking the opposite? That's the true test. If you can respond to the circumstances from this new empowered, in conviction state of being, despite everything on your external reality saying the opposite, that's power, my friends. And then, as we know, stay true to that, and the outside has to change. There's no choice. It's just a mirror. It's just a mirror. Everyone joining the family, welcome so much. Thank you for all those likes. I appreciate you. I love you. And this has been a little mini episode of the Scott Young frequency, you could say. Just a little sharing what's relevant for me to share right now, you could say. Guys, we got the debut album coming out in less than a month, October 2024. Stay tuned. You'll get all the updates on Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff, YouTube. And we just dropped the podcast. My podcast. If you enjoy this type of talk, you can go check it out. First episode is out as of, 30 hours ago. So fun. Or just remember, guys, I challenge you all, put some homework in here. I challenge you all to remove hope from your vocabulary. Even when you're typing emails, guys, even when you're typing emails or texts. I hope you're doing well. Because even if you're connecting with an old friend, I hope you're doing well. Even though you might be saying it for social conventions, that's where you can also test yourself. Do I need to bend to social conventions? Oh, you do? Okay, you do. Well, so I challenge you all. Remove hope from your vocabulary and your inner mental chatter, because our inner mental chatter creates our circumstances as well. Remove hope from your vocabulary and see where your life goes. See where your life goes. All right, guys, this has been amazing. My name is Scott Young. I make the music you want to hear. My debut album, I Speak a Language, coming at you hot this October. Stay tuned, my friends. If you like this, you're going to love it.